One of the reasons I started diving into health topics like collagen is because of my health anxiety. I've always been the kind of person who worries about every little ache, every wrinkle, every click in my joints. And sometimes those worries spiral into bigger fears. What if my skin aging too quickly means something deeper is wrong? What if my joints hurting means I'm on the verge of some degenerative disease? If you've ever had health anxiety, you know how the mind can run wild with possibilities. But instead of just sitting in that fear, I've learned that I can channel my anxious energy into researching ways to support my body. And collagen turned out to be one of those things that really clicked for me. So, what is collagen? In simple terms, it's a protein, actually the most abundant protein in the human body. If you think of your body like a building, collagen is basically the scaffolding and glue that keeps everything together. It's in your skin, your hair, your nails, your joints, your ligaments, your bones, even the lining of your gut. Without collagen, we'd literally fall apart. That's not an exaggeration. It's the structural protein that gives tissues their strength and elasticity. Here's the thing though, as we age, our bodies naturally produce less collagen. Starting in our mid-20s, collagen production begins to decline, and by the time we hit our 40s and 50s, that decline really shows up. Sagging skin, more wrinkles, weaker joints, slower healing, those are all signs that collagen is running lower than it used to. And for me, noticing these changes could easily feed my health anxiety. I'd look in the mirror and panic about my skin, or I'd feel a twinge in my knee and immediately think something catastrophic was happening. But once I understood that collagen decline is a normal process and that there are steps I can take to support it, I felt a lot more in control. The next question I asked myself was, where do we actually get collagen? And this is where it gets interesting. Collagen is found in animal products, especially in the connective tissues, things like bones, tendons, skin, and cartilage. That's why traditional foods like bone broth are packed with collagen. Our ancestors who simmered animal bones and connective tissue for hours weren't just making a flavorful broth, they were extracting collagen, gelatin, and minerals that supported their health in ways they may not have fully understood at the time. These days, most of us aren't slow simmering animal bones in our kitchens. That's where collagen supplements come in. The most popular ones are hydrolyzed collagen powders, sometimes called collagen peptides. Hydrolyzed just means the collagen has been broken down into smaller pieces that are easier for your body to digest and use. I started adding a scoop of collagen powder into my morning coffee, and it's become a really simple daily habit. The powder is tasteless and dissolves easily, so I don't even notice it's there. Some people prefer capsules, but I find the powder more convenient. There are different types of collagen too. Type I is the most common. It's in your skin, bones, and tendons. Type 2 is in cartilage, which is important for joint health. Type 3 is found alongside Type 1 in skin and blood vessels. A lot of supplements focus on Type 1 and Type 3 together, but some joint-specific formulas highlight Type 2. Personally, I like to use a blend that covers the main types just to cover my bases. For someone with health anxiety like me, covering the bases gives me peace of mind. Now, how does this translate into actual benefits for health and, in turn, less health anxiety? First, skin health. For me, one of the earliest things that triggered my anxiety about aging was noticing fine lines and drier skin. Studies have shown that collagen supplementation can improve skin elasticity and hydration, which makes wrinkles less noticeable. When I feel like my skin looks healthier, I don't spiral into thoughts about premature aging or underlying disease. It may sound shallow, but for those of us with health anxiety, small visual improvements can make a big difference in calming our thoughts. Second, joint health. This one is huge. Anytime I felt stiffness in my knees or shoulders, my mind used to go to scary places: arthritis, cartilage loss, even bone cancer. But collagen is a key component of cartilage, the cushion between your joints. Supplementing with collagen has been shown to reduce joint pain and improve mobility, especially in people with osteoarthritis or active lifestyles. For me, just knowing I'm actively supporting my joints makes every little twinge feel less threatening. Instead of spiraling, I remind myself, I'm giving my body what it needs to repair and protect itself. Third, gut health. This is an underrated benefit of collagen. The amino acids in collagen, like glycine and glutamine, help maintain the integrity of the gut lining. And if you've ever dealt with health anxiety, you probably know how much gut issues can play into it. A little indigestion can make me think something terrible is wrong. But when I consistently get collagen in my diet, my digestion feels smoother, and I worry less about every small stomach sensation. It's another layer of reassurance. Fourth, bone and muscle support. Our bones are not just minerals like calcium, they're also built on a collagen framework. Collagen decline contributes to weaker bones as we age. For muscles, collagen provides amino acids that help with recovery and repair. If I skip workouts or feel weaker than usual, my health anxiety wants to convince me something is wrong. But by supporting collagen, I'm supporting the very foundation of my bones and muscles. That knowledge takes away a lot of the fear. Now I want to be clear, collagen supplements aren't magic. They won't stop aging, and they're not a cure for disease. But what they do is give my body more of the building blocks it needs to stay resilient. And for someone like me, who constantly worries about breakdowns in my health, knowing I'm reinforcing my body from the inside out helps me sleep better at night. Another thing I like about collagen is that it's relatively safe. I don't get side effects from it, and it's been widely studied. Of course, I still recommend talking to a doctor before starting anything new, especially if you have specific conditions. But compared to some other supplements, collagen feels like a low-risk, high-reward addition. That sense of safety is key for me, because sometimes health anxiety makes me worry more about the supplements than the actual problems. Collagen feels like one of the safer bets. On top of supplements, I also try to get collagen the old-fashioned way. Making bone broth has become part of my routine. I'll throw beef bones or chicken carcasses into a pot, let it simmer 4 hours, and end up with a rich broth I can sip or use as a base for soups. When I drink bone broth, I feel like I'm doing something deeply healing for my body, and that helps calm my racing thoughts. Collagen isn't just about vanity or fitness, it's about strengthening the foundation of the body. When I think about how it helps skin, joints, bones, muscles, and even the gut, I see it as one of the most comprehensive ways to support my health. And that holistic support translates into less health anxiety. Because the more I know I'm actively nourishing my body, the less room there is for fear to take over.